Why does a large corporation like the Lufthansa Group need startups? Of course, building in-house is always an option, but then there's the question of how long will it take, how much would it cost, and how risky is it? Startups are a lot faster because they're in smaller teams and they're focusing on one specific topic, so they also have expertise in that domain. It's also a lot less risky because at venture clienting, for example, we partner with startups, we don't invest in them. And so this is really a low-risk way to test out emerging technologies, and then depending on whether that's successful, then we implement and scale it within the group. Hi, I'm Sana. I'm from Pakistan. I just graduated from a master's in global management from ESMT. I'm now working as venture clienting intern at Lufthansa Innovation Hub. Lufthansa Innovation Hub is a company with the mission to accelerate the next in travel. We're an independent entity within the Lufthansa Group. This provides us with a pretty unique setup because we have access to both corporate resources and scale, but also the agility of a startup. I landed my position here through traditional means, but in terms of how ESMT supported me, hands-on experience through the extracurriculars that I had joined. So for example, I was part of the Valley Venture Club, and that provided me with a lot more insight into the Berlin startup ecosystem. Beyond that, I also did mock interviews with the Career Development Center, and in general, Lufthansa Innovation Hub and ESMT have pretty strong ties, so I could always reach out to the alumni from ESMT, and that also gave me good insights about what it's like to work here. I was already interested in startup and corporate innovation from before. I got to work at 2 startups during my bachelor's, both in the sustainability sector, and that really inspired me to work with startups because of the level of ownership you can get in a very small team. And that's also what inspired me to move to Berlin, because Berlin has a very great and vast startup ecosystem, and I wanted to come here and find new job opportunities. If I had one advice to give to all of my fellow ESMT students, it would be to talk to as many people as possible. You have a really big alumni network that you can always leverage, but beyond that, I think that there are a lot of nice and helpful people, especially within the startup ecosystem in Berlin. And if you ever want to get a sense of how things really are at a company, I would really recommend reaching out to your alumni or just on LinkedIn, going to networking sessions. This really helps to understand what's actually going on, and it's always useful to make new connections.